How you doing? Hello everybody. Hope weekend is going nicely for you. Yesterday I could not stream, but we are fixing that today. And as the schedule appointed, we are going for some PICO-8 coding. It's the dungeon crawler project I've been whacking away for the past, I don't know, 2 weeks slowly. And the plan is to continue that today. Few things I have done off stream is one, you can see it on the top right corner. There is a new splash art for the whole project and probably a name. I like Crypt. Originally, this was nicknamed Crawl, but one, that is an okay name at best. Two, there is already a game with that name. So we're going with Crypt. Welcome, Daya. Thank you. I'm still not fully sold on this menu art, but it is much better than the old one, I think. The other one is the menu I've been talking about. We replace the old stuff with this new stuff. The code basically is the same behind. What is new is the art. And these two new characters. But we do not talk about them today. I lied, we will be talking about one of them. And today is gonna be mostly bug fixing. Because we want to make a playtest version at some point soon. And that needs fixing up and tying up a lot of bugs, which are all listed over here. And slowly I need to stop taking notes because I think we are slowly running out of compressed space. 82%, okay, it's not that bad, but it is starting to get there. I assume this is all just from these, so like almost all, right? Let's reload. 76, it's 5%. Oh, then I'm worried a bit. But that is for future. Oh, what are you? I'm pretty sure you are a texting. Okay, this looks like this. And what happens? I switch. Oh, this is the very small text. This is the 3x3 from Siege. Or like the low res. Wow. Yeah, that is hard to read, Jesus Christ. We won't need you at all anymore. Because I think this smaller text is what we're gonna roll with. So yeah, there are a lot of bugs. Most notably, there was this so-called Fox spot selection. This is basically what handles where each entity is placed on the map. And this can loop itself out of existence because how it is worded at the moment, I think it is... Yeah, it is highlighted here. I need some better description, but basically, if you summon enough things or are playing with enough players and summons, the game can roll more enemies that it can basically place on the board. So that is not good. Not good at all. I could increase that number, but then I would have to do some other stuff that I really don't want to. So not for now. The other big issue is the spellcasting. I have like, I think 3 notes on this already. But I think I figured out the issue. What I can show you is what is the issue. So if I come here and cast a fireball onto this goblin, I'm still in the spell selection. I can show you our state. I'm still in the target selection. So the spell casting is not reset at all. And even worse, if I select a new target, it now randomly heals, now does something else, now does another thing, another thing, another thing, another thing, and then it errors. And it is very not random. I know why it is happening. So I know what exactly is happening. But this needs fixing, of course. And this comes from... Hold on, let me stop here. At least there is something that people can look at. So this is happening because I added a new code part here, which should fix the lightning spell. Basically, it will tell you that, hey, if we are on spell 2 and enemies is greater than 3, then it should be 3, or otherwise it is enemies or 1. So you need to figure out how to basically precedence this ternary. I'm not even sure if you can, like, I guess with precedence you can do ternaries. I think what I need to do here is, this is the true branch of the original. I'm putting this into 1. So basically I'm checking for the... I forgot the name, it is so weekend. Expression. If it is true, then do this expression, otherwise 1, because every spell has 1 target except the lightning spell, which can target up to 3 enemies if there are 3 enemies. So this is what it should do. So if we are selecting a lightning spell, which is spell ID 2, then I want to check if there are more enemies than 3. If there is more, then we are setting it to 3. Otherwise, we are only allowing it the maximum amount of number of enemies. So let's see if this fixes it. I guess it doesn't matter because everyone has spells now. So now you can see I casted the spell and immediately the character went into dormant mode. You can see it by the red dotted lines. Actually, if you can see it on this view, but in this one you surely can. So now he has red dots under him. It is still the preliminary indication. We need to come up with something better. So this guy, let's see if the chain lightning works. 1 target, 2 target, 3 target. And it does plus 10, what? So something is still not right. So I have the spell selected, 1 target. Plus 10 and just 15. What is happening? Okay, so it's not purely that. What happened here? So it knows that there are 3 targets. Also, the showcase is broken. Where is it? You are not needed for now. What could be the issue? I'll just remove a line, it doesn't matter. That's why I haven't switched to the code view. So let's see again. I'm selecting this spell, which means that I can now say entity dot acting, not entity dot acting, entity acting dot name should be Bob, yes. And I think this will be the issue that we can see. Entity dot acting spells. Oh no, let's check for. I haven't selected anything, so now I selected the chain lightning. So what we can check against is entity spell selector is 2 because the second spell was selected. So now if I check against spells, entity spell selector, you can see that there is one chain lightning, and I think it's just called targets. No, I think it's called spell targets. Yeah, there is 3 targets because that's how chain lightning works. You can select up to 3 targets. And there are more than 3 enemies. So now I check I chain lightning 1 enemy. Now if I come back to, he's the actor that is doing the stuff, I think. Oh, no, he's the one because he's missing 1 lightning spell. So now if I check against this value, which is pointing to the selected spell, still, this is 0. And how my spell selection works, it is that it filters out any spell that has 0 charges and will convert it back. So like, hold on, I can show it you in code. Spells, castable spell, castable. So basically, we are only returning the IDs of the spells that can be casted because they have a value, like charges basically. And now that this lightning spell doesn't have a value like a charge, basically, it will be skipped. And the next spell that is gonna be cast, I think, is, where is this actor? It's gonna be the frost spell, which deals 6. And the next one is gonna be the drain spell, which is gonna deal 5 to the enemy and heal me for 5. No, it was plus 10. What does plus 10? 10? Well, equals 4. Oh, yeah, I'm stupid. The drain is the purple heart, not the plus icon. It was correct. What is happening is, while the spellcasting is happening, every time I resolve a spell, I decrease the charges of the spell. But since the lightning spell can do 3 attacks with 1 charge, it will go down to 0 and hence move every spell to its place further on the line. So this should be only done if this is the last charge, which you can do with spell targets equals 0. Happy lurkies. Right, because before resolving the actual spell, I'm already reducing the targets. So by the time I reach here, my last charge should be 0. Like, this lightning spell is the bane of me. But it was in the old engine as well. It's just not intuitive on any other system that I have done. So 1 lightning spell, 2 lightning spell, 3 lightning spell, and that's all. And I still have every other spell except the lightning one. Yay! I'm not sure why it is showing up. It should not show up, because it is on 0 charges. Why are you showing up on 0 charges? Will it change if I select a new actor? Is it just cached? Should not be a cache thing. It should be generated while I look at the entity. Yeah, you are on 0. Another issue. Entity text box. Spell. Where am I fetching the spells? Get castable spells. This should already filter out the lightning spell, because it should be at 0. Why are you not filtering out the lightning spell? Am I missing something? For every spell, if the amount there is not 0, edit as castable. And you are returning the IDs for the spells that are castable. I should probably rename this because I always forget it, so... get castable spell IDs. Go. Replace everywhere. I always remember. Spell amount. Actor spells I. So why is 0 ID should not be here, because, or like the ID for a 0 spell should not be here. Are you holding the correct spells? I have 1 for everything. Looks like, except the class skills player. It is indeed the case. Why are you showing up here? Xbox. Give me bookmark. So go through the length of the castable spell IDs and fetch if the spell amount is Octor Spells I. Yeah, what the fuck? Why is it showing up a 0 spell? What we can do is print H actor as spell names I as budgets actor spell So we are zooming, but at the moment that is not an issue. So you're still showing up, and now it should not. So let's pause this. Yeah, chain spark has charges 0. The fuck? Pew, pew, pew. There we go. Fireball has charges 1, adding index 1. Chain spark charges 0. It is not even adding the chain spark. How are you showing up on the text box? What is going on here? What intonation? Spells, get spells ID. It's down here. I equals 1 for the spells. Spell amount. There you go. Hold on, is it even showing correctly? It is showing the summon of wolf. Oh, but it is not showing the potion. Hold on. Oh, I'm working on the index, not the value of the index. Fuck me. Local spell ID equals author.spells. Oh no, wait, is spells I. This is spell ID, and this is also spell ID. So now if I cast this, I win if I cast this, so let's add another player. 1, 2, 3. Now it is correct. Okay, yeah, I was just stupid. So the issue was that I was using the for iterator instead of the value in the array on said iterator point. That is such a stupid mistake to do. This is what happens when you code at like 11:30. You should not do that. That's my PSA for today. Do not do that. But I'm stupid and I do it from time to time. Even on like weird days on Monday. Because that's what hobby game dev does to you. So spell selection should be resolved. Let me just quickly get rid of... I guess we can do this better. Control D. Oh, that doesn't work, but we can make it work. Int H. Now I should be able to Control D. And now we Shift and... I cannot do this. Oh, I'm in the search. Fuck. So Control D. Shift and delete. And this should not break anything. Because I just search for every appearance and deleted it. Cool, so you still have a frost heal. Yeah, if we get the chain lightning out of here, or like I'm calling it spark because lightning is way too long for a screen this size. Then we just move everything down by one. This should also work for class abilities, like the archaeologist. You have 10 charges. Huh? Why do you have 10 charges of this? You should not have 10 charges. Alchemist. Not alchemist, archaeologist. Oh yeah, this is just 1, not 10. Oops. Also, it looked like it is not sending me to another state. Oh, okay, there is a bug. So attack selection is 1 button, but spell casting is another 1. It looks like I can still cast spells with someone who has already acted. Oopsie. Let's find it. Octo select. Select Doctor Spells, not select Doctor Spells. It is just straight up select Octor. Oh yeah, this is missing the acted guard. I bet. So now if I cast a fireball, I cannot cast one more. Okay. Now, so why is this? How can I reorder you? Is there a way? No, not here. Vertical layout. Oh, this works as well. Sure. I don't need this. Dog. I don't need your. We optimized our layout of it on OBS. I'm sorry. 0 shields. Ooh. There's not even a way to get shields yet, so there's no real usage of printing it, but whatever. So one bug fixed. Spell casting bug fixed. Spell casting gets stuck in target section. Oh well. PICO-8 Game Dev, thank you for the raid. Holly ho or hi there, welcome. Save na volt fiatalabb. How you doing, everyone? I'm mainly talking English, but we can converse in Hungarian as well from time to time if you wish. My name is Echi. I'm working on game dev stuff. Oh boy, the raid messages. Welcome in, welcome in. And we are working on a dungeon crawler project inside PICO-8. I do game dev and indie gaming basically on this channel. So welcome in, welcome in. And we are fixing a lot of stuff because I want to release a playtest version. Oh boy. Welcome, welcome. What were you up to? Mi jót csináltatok? Spellcasting fixed. You can stay. Can you explain a bit more about PICO-8? Sure. So PICO-8 is a fantasy engine developed by Zep. I can send you a link. It is an emulation of a console that never existed that tries to mimic the constraints of the old retro times, so like NES era, basically even worse a bit. We have a simulated CPU, we have a simulated RAM and memory space that you can work with. We have Lua core, but a bit expanded. And the main constraint that you have in PICO-8 is the so-called token count. Expressions, opening, parentheses, variables all take up tokens. As you can see, 1 token. If I select this expression here, this is 3 tokens because we have the variable, the expression, and another thing. And you can only use 8,000 of them. That is your biggest hurdle. The whole engine has built-in sprite editor, map editor. We have SFX and music editors as well, so basically you can do everything inside PICO-8. There's even a code editor built in. I just don't like it because to me it is too small. But the token count, so the additional limitation to the memory storage limit, yes, it is. There are ways, of course, to like play around with it. For example, this one line here is one of those tricks where you can store a lot of data, like numeral data inside strings, and you can just split them out runtime into an array. That is one of the most commonly known, but you can have multi-cards. Basically, one card can load data into one part of the memory. There is a so-called high memory where you can pack data into and access runtime. So you can have a launcher card which packs a lot of stuff into high memory and loads into another card that can read in from that memory. There is a lot of cool stuff that you can do. Having software combined with VM. If you are not hacking, and the PICO-8 is closed source, so you cannot really hack it. It is mostly just game deving with limitations, which is what I like, because you cannot scope creep yourself. Basically, because the engine will stop you from doing it. There is also, I want to link that as well, because it is part of the PICO-8 ecosystem at the moment. One of our community members made a Lisp thingy called Parents 8, where you can basically execute code from strings with quotation marks. So you can do a lot of wacky stuff. Some people use their own code. You can compress everything into memory. You can compress into map space. There is a lot of magic that you can do. I'm one of the simpler devs. Go to another level. Spelunky demake. Yeah, Spelunky demake is really cool. What I'm always blown by is Fred, basically, or the granddaddy of PICO-8. They basically remade Doom. They made Poom, which is like basically Doom inside PICO-8. And ever since we saw it is like crazy. Like Fred is just doing crazy stuff. They're like the ancient magician of the community. I'm not that big of a mage. I like to how to phrase this? Hold on. I like to keep myself to the initial limitations that Zap mostly set up. So like cute little games that can fit into these limitations that we have. I don't even use multi-cards. It is an official thing, officially supported and documented and everything. But that just feels a bit cheaty to me at that point. Like, I'm not using one card, I'm using two, but whatever. There are a lot of peeps who view how you dev in PICO-8 differently. Our most closest engine, I think, is TIC-80. Technically, TIC-80 is open source. There is a paid version, which pay was, I think, exports? Or some kind of exports, maybe? I'm not sure. No. It pay was the ability to export into a file type that can be edited outside of TIC-80. I think that's what it does. But otherwise, the engine is open source. Holy crap, yeah, they made Demi Daggers recently. That is also just crazy. It's like 3D stuff inside PICO-8. There is PICO-CAD, which is like basically what is it called? The modeling software, Blender, basically inside PICO-8. A very small blender, but a blender. So there's a lot of crazy stuff that people are doing. And I'm just here making cozy little games. Do you have background in making those games or C64 stuff? My oldest tech background is basic. Not even basic, I think Visual Basic. I'm not that old. I'm like in my 30s, so not really. I wanted to look into C64 because some approached me in a few of my comments if I'm planning on porting them to 64, and if I remember correctly, there is a new PC basically that is C64, I think. But I could be remembering it wrong. It might be like DOS or something. I don't remember. So no, not really. I ended up with PICO-8. I ended up with PICO-8 because I basically grew up in the retro era, so like the not even the SNES, the Sega Mega Drive era. I had that basically as a console. I started with Unity and I wrote my thesis in Unity, but back then they made like 4 or 5 API breaking changes in 2 months while I was writing my thesis inside it. And I said I'm not gonna touch this shit anymore, and since then they made questionable changes as well. So then from Unity, I'm not even sure how. I somehow found PICO-8, I'm not sure how. And then I just got stuck with it. I want to maybe branch out to Game Boy at some point, but I'm dreading going back to C++. I liked C++ back then, but and C. I started my program career with C and C++, which is cool, but everyone who worked with C and C++ knows it can be a pain in the ass. And Game Boy Studio is not to my liking. There's a new thing called, I think, NASFab, where you can program with Lua. There is no good time, yeah. So yeah, NASFab Lua, I want to check out. I made a game in Leuven, which started out in TIC-80, but I just did not enjoy the SFX editor of TIC-80. I think it is way too complicated for someone who has no clue on music and sound effects. It's just overwhelming, so I moved on to Leuven. I did my feed in Godot, or Godot, however you want to pronounce that, that's a whole other thingamajig. I did not like how you need to like tie in every prefab, and the signal system is a bit confusing, so I left that, and I just got stuck with PICO-8 because it is nice, cozy, and I really like how I cannot scope creep, because the engine is gonna say at some point to you that nope, there is only so many tokens you can do, and if you want to play around with avoiding that, I think at that point just move on to another engine and just emulate the look. Like, at that point, why are you doing it inside PICO-8? Because you like pain, I guess, for the challenge. But this is not anymore here. Oh yeah, resolve player def correctly. Ugh, I don't want to play with that today. Go back to Minecraft Factor, it's a pattern, same with chain lightning. Discount, boss. Multiple time, handle less than 3 enemies. Oh yeah. So one of the classes. I mean, that is such a stupid quality of life change. So hold on. So the player selecting first. I'm attacking someone. And it is now behaving well because for some reason it is, but hold on, I think if I cast a spell it can be confused. Not confused, it's just, yeah, now it gets stuck on the other side. So it's like weird things where now I have to move back to an allied unit, stepping through all the entities. That is, I think it is highlighted in the comment that when I'm selecting someone to act, oh, OBS, when I'm trying to select someone to act, it should prioritize the allied entities, and if I'm selecting someone to target, it should prioritize the quote-unquote what is the word? Enemy, not enemy, but opposing, I think is the word I was looking for. Have the little UI animations. Thank you. It is somewhat used a library of someone else. There is a cool... I had my own lerping functions in quotes because it is not exactly lerping. But Verxy, a dear friend of mine, has this cool little library which is just this function, and it can move in crazy ways if you play with it. It's like dampening and acceleration and limits and such, so it can be really handy, and it is much cleaner than mine. There are other libraries, or quote-unquote libraries, to do it, but since this is just this much, we can do a lot of wacky stuff. I think we can even make it like, hold on, what is the text box way? Text box. I cannot type today. Yeah. No, this is not moving. This is the cursor. There we go. I think if you raise the... This is coming in. So we can raise this to 8. I think that is the dampening, but this is, to my understanding, the opposite way. You can see it like wobble and bounce. So you can really fine-tune everything here. It looks cool, but it's too much to me. I think it was 6. It was. Since I wanted to like emulate chain held board falling down, I just wanted a subtle bounce to it. Plague Doctor balance. I guess this is not a to-do. I guess this is a design thing. So mouse. Spot selection. At the start screen. I guess for now I can get rid of this. Oh, the burpees. The cursor. I guess we can. We can somehow try to do this. There's no easy way. So let's go to actor. No, it is select. My keyboard is in the wrong place and I'm missing. Yeah, this is the function I want. This is not even the function I want. It should be this entity selector when I set this. Because this is the actual indexing variable. This is the looping. Well, that is the point. So this is entity selector 1. Yes, this should not be entity selector 1. Because if you are working with enemies, they are added after players. Fine find first allied entity inside the big, because we are storing things in two arrays, basically three. There is one for separate for players and enemies, and there is a big one because it is more convenient that way. Local allied enemy equals get allied and enemies. And what we want to is basically search for the index. So for I equals 1 entities, and I cannot type entities. And here, if entities I equals allied. Oh, this is real else. That's why I cannot find it. Allied 1. Then entity collector equals. Oh no, this is target selection. Oops, this should not be the allied, this should be the enemy. See, we are changing the set to target selection. So now I setting this back. Never. Am I not setting this when I under resolution? No, I do not. Oh, okay. So I basically need the same code, but here you need to use the allied one, because this is still when someone can act. Let's see. So I'm selecting the spell. Oh. Oh, I'm missing an I. There's a misspell here. Not sure why it is not changing to the enemies. Does it work on? Oh yeah, and it is misspelled in the other one as well. Is it? Entities. Yep. Tyler Davis, welcome in, welcome in. How is your weekend? Active actor. So why is it not switching to the enemies? Did I mess something up? If entities I equals the first. Oh, this is not enemy, this is enemies. Hydrate. Thank you, thank you. Everyone take a sip of water or whatever you have at your desk. Hydration is important. So that was my... This is one thing I hate. Oh no, it is still here. What the fuck? Can you not find this? Select actor spell. Yeah, I'm casting spells. Hold on. Does it work with melee combat? Oh, it does with melee combat? Finally? It's not reset. I guess it does reset because it did 2 players 1, right? So hold on, let's check. You have 8 HP. Players 1.HP was 15. Okay, so it does work correctly. Cool. It doesn't with spells, but that is not a big problem. This is melee combat. It does not work because of this line that we are at. The spell selection somewhat messes with the state order, because the melee state order is select actor, select target, and there we're setting the entity index already. But if you go the spell route, then this line is skipped. Now we have this at 3 points, so this needs to be refactored later. Because having the same code on 3 places is stupid. Target selected. And here, the same way we are setting it to enemies 1. So yeah, we are working on a dungeon crawler based on, I forgot to say this because it is heavily inspired by Draft Crawl, a really cool tabletop TTRPG / dungeon crawler. We are basically following a lot of things inside Draft Crawl. This is made by Louis Bales. So if you're into actually tabletop gaming with dice rolling and a little monster whacking, then this is for you. And our game is a slightly expanded and modified version of this. It's like, to my understanding, full consent from Louis, because he knows about the project. I talk with him about the project, and I haven't got a feedback back to stop. Basically, it seems like he's enjoying that. The game is somewhat turned into digital version as well. But yeah, we are basically forming a party. For each play session, you are rolled a dungeon size, and then you are walking through room to rooms. You can encounter enemies, you can encounter treasures, traps, potions, and there is a boss at the end. And at the moment, nothing happens if you beat the boss. The game just goes on and on and on. In theory, once you beat the boss, the game should either ask you if you want to go just back to the menu and roll for a new party, or if you want to continue. There are like 16 classes? 15 only at the moment. Each and every one of them has a unique ability, which either comes down to a spell they acquire, because nobody starts with spells, you need to find them with scrolls, except for like the spellcasters, because that's their thing. For example, a wizard starts with 3 random spells. The cleric always has healing. Whoever has spells. The druid has the summon spell on start. And things like that. So we're implementing a lot of stuff. Most of it is ready. We're just fine-tuning the game so we can publish a playtest version, hopefully at the end of this month. Oh yeah, spells. We did not check for spells. Okay, it does jump to the enemy, which is nice. Cool. Basically everything is player, almost everything is 100% player agency. What is not in your control is dice rolls in the game. Everything is d6 based. So for example, I think this is just hard-coded at the moment, but the warrior does 1d6 plus 3 damage. There are spells who deal d6 based damage. Enemies have fixed damage and HP values. So you will always know what enemies will deal to you. And you always control which enemy attacks which player. And players always go first. So it is heavily player agency based game, but I really like that about it because it allows for some strategy and some luck, because I'm stupid. Not every enemy works with static damage. The boss does not. It's also d6 based. So there you can... Oh, on enemies it does not work. Huh? Also... Oh, it works. This is actor selection, not target. Oh, but even target selection doesn't work. Oh, rest of something. Yeah, do I remember my code wrong? Oh yeah, this is not always enemies. It is indeed enemy one. Oh. Right? Enemy one. I need to switch the order of unit selection because it's not intuitive to me, and if it is not intuitive to me... Okay, now it works. Yeah, that was my problem. I changed it because I've read everything wrong earlier. Function get first door index. What do I need to pass for this? Enemies. Basically nothing, right? This is always choosing the enemy party. It will only matter if we want to go for distinction between support spells and demi spells. So I guess we can is support action. So let me fetch you out from here. And here first factor equals is support action and allied 1 for enemy 1. This is first actor, and here we just return the eye. And now come back to here. Entity selector equals get first actor index, and this is target selection for melee attacks. So this is false. And I have this in 3 more places, right? Yeah. Refactor. This it takes support type interaction, and you're the other one. Resolve selection. This is a support type because we want to go back to our alliance. Yeah. And I need to change this. There are a lot of places where I'm pouring a lot of stuff. So we need some kind of helper function for this. Little ad break. In a minute, okay. So let's go up to the top. I like to implement my support stuff up here from time to time. It is really how I feel. Add enemies. We also need to refactor that. Need to write that up as well. Function is value inside array. Options, I guess, is the better word. Value options. Local option array equals split options or I guess doesn't matter value in option array, in all option array. Do if value equals 1, then return true, and false. And we are doing this in the split way because, for example, here we can just say, instead of all these, you can just say if is value inside options, the spell, and we can give it a string which is 1 token. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14. Ad break. How are you doing, ad block users? Yeah, this is only 1 token, and we can use this back for a lot. Move around, move your body, stretch a bit. Your vitamins, meds. Pretty good. Exposed. Oh. We're gonna wait for the ads, it's just a minute. You block origin, the best one. I can't fathom how people living without you block origin. Like, I have it disabled on a few creator channels that I want to support, but otherwise uBlock is on all the time. That is also an option. Thank you so much for the sub. Welcome into the club. But I also know I feel bad. Don't feel bad. It's like we are the creators make very little even out of subs. How long have you been making PICO-8 games? You know what? There is an easy answer for this, but also thank you. Also again, the easy answer is to check my first uploaded PICO-8 game. This is the second alert, which I still don't know why it happens. When did I upload you? 2020? No, published 2020, yeah. Thank you so much. I still need to add more. Like I think the sub emote is missing like 2 emotes. The tier 1, the tier 2 is missing. I think there are 3 in there. The tier 3 there is only 1 if I remember correctly. But I'm pretty sure I should have earlier projects than this, because this is not the first project I started with. I think it's like a year earlier than this. It's like either 19 or 18. Because I have a really old, a really old platformer project. Hold on, I think this is available fine here. How did see this? This is like a link to all my coffee articles that I have ever written. It is not even in here. But there it is. Retro PICO-8 platformer. So it is 2022, but this is the return. So at this point I was working on this project for like quite a lot of time. I think it's like 19 or so. But yeah. I've been making a lot of stuff, Jesus Christ. Like last year I have 11 small projects, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, Jesus Christ. It is no wonder I burnt out at the end of the year. Holy. I guess Crumbling Crypt is like off because I started it like at the very end of December. But otherwise, every other project is like either a game jam game or like a small game that I made. Like One Last Thing is for Samurai Game Jam. Veggie Combo is minigame a month. Holy Freezer is also minigame a month. This is Pursuing Pixels. This is our free tile set that I was working on. Like using all the PICO-8 colors and a lot of just like weird stuff in this old school style. Thank you. You can grab them for free just over here. Yeah. This was my first try jam. This bar fight. It was a journey. And the game is very easy because from all the game jams I went into, I always found out that you can either make your game too hard and appeal to the hardcore players, but everyone else will not like it, or you go too easy, everyone can play it, but like, you know, the people who like to challenge themselves will give you the feedback that, hey, this was too easy. So I try to lean into the more easy on gems. Jesus Christ. Blip. I wanted to do try jam. I mean, you could do it even today. It is 3 hours. Just boot it up while I'm yapping and do it. Oh, I missed the YouTube stuff, but on the YouTubes you can find the VOD. You can watch someone descend into madness. Where it is? Yeah, it is like these two VODs. Descend into madness with TryGem, Jesus Christ. It is a lot of fun, but the last 10-20 minutes is just pure chaos. It's like technically you don't even have to finish in 3 hours. Like you can go over the time, you just can't like aim for #1 spot on the ranking. I did a few try gems, it isn't as super fun. Yeah, it is. Tutorial today, long weekend, but definitely soon. Like there is like every weekend there is one, so like I just did it because on one weekend I was like, what am I gonna do today? And realized that 3 hours perfectly aligns with my 3-hour weekend stream. And I was like, I guess I know what we are doing today, Ferb, so I just jumped into a try gem. So hold on, let's delete this now that we are back from ads. And we can test this with any character. So summoning the wolf, yeah, skips this step. So that step is for spells that do not need a target. So this line, that is why you can see that it is goes to resolution at almost. Playtest? Not yet. I told you end of the month. Probably we can do it somewhat earlier, but not yet. I will just fix a few big bugs, and there are still a few big that need some kind of resolution. So we can do this, and with this, now with this function, we can actually check this one. So this get first actor index support. There is an earthquake spell. There is an earthquake spell. How can you see that? It's not even here, right? Oh, in the terminal. Ah, sneaky, sneaky. Yeah. I have to go AFK now when I stream. Thank you. Hope your stream also went well. Have a nice weekend. Yeah, there is an earthquake spell, but you don't have to worry about that. So super spells are value inside options, spell, and 1, 2, 3, 4 is a support spell. 4. 5 is not, 6 is not, 7, 8, 9, 10 is a support spell. And that's all. This is not much, actually. I overwrote, but we can do this. So now that we have this helper function, if the selected spell is either 4 or 10, which are the two healing spells, then we are selecting we are pointing to the first allied unit. Otherwise, it is a spell that either triggers earlier here or targets an enemy. So this will be false. So this will point to the first enemy unit. And I said that we need to refactor something else, and I totally forgot what that was. Here we can refactor this. Is value inside options. Spell. 11, 10, no. 10, 12, 13. How you doing, Curb, by the way? Hope your weekend is going nicely. Want to make something with your title so bad, but always no ideas. Something will come up to you. But I guess I'm not sure how I would do it. Like I would try to like select one tile and try to make a game around it, basically. I guess we can refactor this as well. Is value inside options or go type for free. I'm looking for like along the chain or what. I guess that one was the big one. Oh no, here is another one. Entity type 4, 5, 7. Oh yeah, these are the potions and the chests, so they cannot attack. Squidlight, welcome in. How you doing? How you doing? Hope your weekend is going great. Hold on, I forgot already, so let's do it. Is value inside options. Entity type 4, 5, 7. This is the function that checks if the given entity is a chest, a potion, or a trap chest, because those cannot attack and we need to set them so. Anything else? I guess that can stay. And that is a ternary thing, ternary. This can probably stay. Others. What am I saving here? Am I even saving anything here? Hold on. What do I see? This is 7 tokens. And my function is 1 for the name, 1 for the parentheses, 1 for the variable. I spare like 1 token with this. So doesn't really matter then. So let's see if I broke anything. So if I want to cast healing, yeah, it should point on me because I was the first player. Cool. But if I want to cast a fireball, it points to the first enemy. Nice. If I want to attack, it points to the first enemy. And points to the first enemy. So one thing that we could probably do is like a low priority thing, but low prior. Remember last factor selected index and reset entity selection. With it. You have like a freaking circle? What? Not sure what you're talking about. Fix the cursor. The cursor is fixed. Whee! Finally. Jesus Christ. This is, I think, done for the monk. You mean the arc that they are going around? The cursor lemons. Everyone loves that comment. I need to leave that in at some point. That was me on last stream, I think. And I was like fed up while playtesting. Because it is a lot of left and right clicking. Boom. I wanted to test something in the meantime. Oh yeah, I wanted a monk. Oh no, the other way. Give me a monk, but chain lightning, waitings. Oh, and there is still 3 left. Oh. No. I guess it works this way. What? Oh, it works okay. I need like better UI. I'm starting to not like my tooltips. Now you can one-shot everyone, you fucking... I hate the monk. I don't hate the monk, I hate the D6 mechanic, but hey, that is why this is a tabletop RPG. Like dungeon crawler RPG at first. So the problem with the monk is... I can show you. Needs a little bit of work, but I can show it to you. See, 50 HP to the gobble. There's the monk. There's the monk. So the issue with the monk is technically you can attack the same enemy 3 times. Now, is that a problem? Question mark. In OG Draft Crawl, the monk works differently. The monk works in a way that you cannot attack the same target. You select 3 targets for the damage. Or like up to 3 targets, but not the same target twice, I guess. It's like up to 3 unique targets is, I think, the better wording. And at the moment in the game, the monk can just go, I don't know, flying tornado kick on one enemy and just absolutely destroy them. And this only happens if there are at least 3 enemies. If there are only 2 or 1 that he cannot do that. So this is not consistent, basically. That is the worst issue with the monk at the moment. For it to work, I need like some kind of way to tell that an enemy was already hit by the monk. For which I would need another boolean. But it is just for the monk, so that's why I'm like not fixing this at the moment. It's just for the monk, it feels a bit weird. Big HP list, what is this? I don't know what this is. Oh, I know what this is. What was it? I think someone asked if there... Hold on, I minimize my VS Code. If there is a way, or like they express their not need, but like oh, words, Jesus Christ, it is Sunday. They would love to have a way that you don't have to wait for this to appear. So to check HPs. I got rid of the command log. So technically the bottom row is free to print text. So I guess we can do like a quick test line. Like row game. And at the very bottom, what I can do is local sprite start equals actor dot is layer and 0, or it's the enemy sprite start. 64, so 63. Print sprite start plus octor dot. Oh, this is yet again dot is layer and octor dot class. Or this is something we need to refactor as well, because I don't like that I have two different things for the same quote-unquote objects. I guess it can be at 1 and like the 64, say 56, and we can print .hp and 7. Oh yeah, not in the menu. What's that number? Did I do print? Oh, I did do a print. Oops. This is an SPR. And you have 50 HP. That is surely not correct. You do have 50 HP, but the sprite is not correct. Yeah, this is 3, not 4. Yes, Cobos. Can I have restored? Am I forcing the goblins yet again because of the bug? Roll room. Oh, I am. Fuck me. Roll dice. 1-0. Roll dice 1-0. Can I have this treasure? It shows the treasure's HP, but so this is a quick way to do this. I don't particularly like it, is the problem. Mimic. Yeah. That was the easiest way to implement them, so they are basically enemies who just cannot attack. Can you rate my game idea on like a scale on how good game you could make with it? I mean, you can like type the game idea, but I'm not sure. Like, you can always shoot game ideas. Oh, this is when the actor is nil, right? When it dies. Yeah. Hold on. And actor. Spellcast, fireball, kill. Like a medieval hitman and like do quests and like upgrade your gear with the rewards from quest. I mean, that sounds like a good idea that you could make a game with. Very basic idea, but surely you can expand on it if you want. Did I type something wrong? Oh, actor is this. Is the difference between this and Neil? Shouldn't be, right? Empty array is on Neil. What? Local actor Neil value. Why the fuck can you not index him? What is Neil? What the? Why does this let you in? The fuck? Um. This should not let this through. What the? What the FETF? Where is this coming from? Oh, 337. Yeah, that is this line. So I guess, why can you still... I really need to do this, but there should not be a difference between those two. Am I tripping? Is there a difference between an empty object and a nil? Is that how this stupid language works? Still nil. How can you come into here while you are nil? That boggles my mind. Because only the issue is that it cannot ask for this.
Squidlight tipped 10 for our coffee. How dapper.
Squid! Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. Oh my god, I need to add you to all of everything. I'm thankful that you think so, that my work is worth of your money. Hopefully you can part that without any issues. I'm really thankful for it. Thank you so much. What What is going on? Oh, a weekend brain. Like, huh? All the hypes in the chat. Worthly so. After that class, at that time. The heckity heck is going on here? Clearly this is somehow still near here, but how can it even enter that if branch? Like, that is beyond me. Now he's telling me it is a table. Is there a misspell somewhere here? I'm so sorry if you wanted it to be anonymous. I might look into if I can do it somehow on anonymous. I'm sorry. How do you preach hint in the terminal? You launch PICO-8 from the terminal, and then every printage is gone into the terminal because that is the environment that it started it, and it is pushing logs out into the environment. So I don't think I can. I should not show it anymore, but basically you open the terminal. I guess I can show it to you. So you can see it, I'm in your PICO-8 in my PICO-8 directory. And if you launch it from here and just load in your card, go. Then every printage is gonna come into this environment because this is what it launched. I have a .desktop file that launches it with a terminal, but not on Windows. You can do that on Windows as well, right? You can just open a PowerShell or some kind of shell, like a what is it called? Batch file, I think they're called on Windows. What you can do these with. But yeah, I'm just doing it here, but it is the same thing, yes. And then your printage and every other, I think clip also can. Oh no, clip doesn't show up here, only if you print it to the printage. I'm not sure if GPIO things show up here. That is another thing, but I'm not sure if you can even access them without the JavaScript wrapper over PICO-8. So your problem is the sprite line still, right? Is the sprite line arithmetic on a nil value? How is sprite start your problem? Oops, phone holder. How are you, Nia, now? what I did here. I wanted to search this class, and it is type. Yeah. The fuck? Yeah, technically you can, yes. Yeah. Anything that is not near is truthy. I think even this, like, I think this empty object is also falsy, but this is not the biggest problem here. The biggest problem is somehow this is telling me that I'm misunderstanding now, printing. Fuck. I think the actor is already guarded out. Info Neil. Oh. How? Is this not a false thing? I'm like so confused now. Everyone should have a name. That's how actor works. It is not Neil. Am I not saying something here? How can you even... Like, actor is empty if we are in resolve state, which we are there, but it should be the same line because it is complaining on this line. But you can also already see that the actor name is empty. Like, this will... This dies because if there is no name, on an object, then this is not a valid object. It should be just this. But then I don't know. And not. Or I don't understand why this is not guarding out when the actual object is. I wrote it. And not actor. Like the easy fix is there is an easy fix for this, but we just don't understand how this happens. Because you can see that the actor name is Neo. That is the main issue here. Because there is no enemy. Or like no actor set inside this variable. Because we are in the resolution part. So I can go state resolve because we are resolving the spell. And I only give value to this when we are not resolving. So the easy fix is just say, hey, it is not a resolve either. But what I'm puzzled with is why can this even run with these two here? Like why is this not enough guarding over it? I'm not doing anything else with actor. This is when I'm gathering the info for it. View to go, state, status message, state. This is drawing all the effects. This is old code, this can be deleted. This is particles. It's type, this is class. This class for players. I guess we can try that. Oh. What the fuck? Huh? Lua, please. Returns false in Picotron. I guess it's two different objects pointing to two different memory spaces. Would be my guess. Exactly, that is that. Two different references. Yeah, now it makes sense. Oh. Okay. Not even that. Technically it should, but at that point we should just move this into here. No, because this can run in the menu. Not sure why. This should not run in the menu, but it's not doing anything in the menu. But yeah, that should also work. Because it has more than one key. I guess if it doesn't find an indexed one, it might be incorrect, so we can check. Oh, it can handle the name indices, okay. Now nothing is printed. So, no. So then it is not handling these, it is just guarding the whole thing out. Can I do this, or will it complain that there is no name? It will complain that there is no name, right? Oh, you have 50 HP. Oops. So I guess the actor.name guard works. Lua? Lua, please. Where were we? Up here? No, down here. No, this is the text box. Up here. I was correct. While, welcome in, welcome in. We spent the last 15 minutes on me being dumb, but we figured it out. Today I learned that in Lua, this is false. Which makes sense, but my Sunday brain was like not even considering this option. So and I forgot what we wrote here, so I don't need you. Sprite start is Octor dot display and 0 or 63. You're doing some stupid stuff. Someone mentioned, and I totally forgot who was it. I need to like look back. Someone mentioned that they would like a quicker way of showing the enemy HP, which makes sense. I just don't know where I would put it yet. Which now causes this weird issue that the potion has 1 HP, which technically it has 1 HP. Oh. Oh? Huh? It's not resolution state. So I am setting the value of Octor. Five. Hmm. And here is substate. Substate is player. CLS. It should be false. This is enemy entities. Enemies. Why are you showing more? I think this might be a weird edge case, some round where we are setting the new index. That's why you want to have the nail. I guess we could do that, but now we are encountering the error. What? This happens. It should happen here. Should happen here. Should happen here. Should happen. No, this is spells. Yeah, happens here. Happens here. You could try, but there is a bug basically here. Like you can do that, yeah. Where is it? There you go. I don't think I'm doing anything with target anymore. But I think this. Oh no, so I'm set doing something with target. What? Oh, this happens when you select yourself. Okay, that is a bit different. It solved the bug that I was trying to solve, but the bug was basically I was over-indexing between the state change because the code doesn't realize yet that the new array is there under it. But now it works. It was only happening when the same amount of enemies were as players. Because then this is a different error. Because then it found the fourth. ID for entity selection, but the fourth doesn't exist yet because the enemies array is only 3. So I have a new code base that basically tries to find the first enemy index or the first ally index based on what you're doing, like a little quality of life thing. And between the draw and the update, it doesn't realize yet that there is a new array under it. But like the draw realizes, the update not yet. Also, I never thought about the idea of attacking myself. So what happens here? No, I want to attack myself, please. This doesn't even happen always, so what is going on here? Is this also only happening when there is the same amount of enemies as players? Can I have a goblin room, please? It does, what the fuck? Oh. Look forward to sucking at your game. Even I will suck at this game. But have a nice weekend. Thank you for dropping in and thank you for the donation on coffee. I really appreciate it. $3.99. After the target. Why can you not set yourself as a target? Which, as stupid as an idea it is, it should be possible. Actor selection. And why does this only happen when there are the same amount of enemies as players? Did I write this line wrong? Is that the issue? I'm thinking on if this can break anything. That's why I'm like so quiet at the moment. I'm fetching the allied and the enemy targets. And when there is a support move, I'm searching an ally for. And there is an enemy move, I'm searching for an enemy for. And then I'm searching for all the entities. And pointing to the first one inside those. But why does this cause it for the attack selection to point at myself and there are the same amount of enemies as players? Like that shouldn't play with the sub state or anything. That is state. Is it locked or select? Like the bug here is the fact that it can point at itself. This should not be happening. Why are you pointing at yourself? State is target select, subset is player. Entity cyclone is 4 entities. 4.name is chess. So why is this pointing at a player? Wait, am I clamping it back too hard? I'm in target select, yes. Select Octor target. Yeah, this is looking for any entity. Oops, sorry. Oh wait. This might be the problem here. I might be over-indexing the paths array, which is a problem because now I need to like figure out documentations. What do I want here? Wallet targets. Wallet target size. This doesn't work. Doesn't work. Also weird roll. Oh fuck. There you go. Well, target size 3 and my pointer is 4, right? Entity selector. Is it not entity selector? I have so many names at this point. It is entity selector. What the fuck? Selector. Oh, I mistyped it. Entity selector. Yeah, I'm over-indexing it. Why? Oh yeah, okay, I know. I'm over-indexing it because the first Octor index returns its index inside the big array, which contains all entities. But I switch the underlying array for the state, so who we can target. Where is it? Up here. I switch it to either all or enemies. And when it is just an attack, I only set it to the enemies, which is always a smaller array than the whole entity list. So like on the big entity collection, the first enemy is entity 4, but in the enemy entities collection, it is entity 1. And that is this, why this target selection is like, who the fuck are you talking about? Because I will say that, hey, the target should be from the array, the selection. So this is the 4th element in a free array. And then it goes to resolution for attack signal, where I pass the 2 targets, and the target is a nil because it is pointing to the 4th item in a free long array. So now I'm thinking on how do I know when to clamp it basically back to the array value. Get actor. So I'm doing this on target selection. This is also target selection and actor selection. The thing is, I only set the you're not needed. There is a boolean for selected spell, which is entity spell selected. This boolean is what I use for the fact if there is a spell that is acting, and this is only set once once the resolution is over. I need to know this before, basically. Also, this is wrong. Oh no, this needs another parameter. No, it doesn't. Hold on, then I don't need any of these. Hold on. If target not 0, just go back to target selection. Otherwise, if resolution is over in the update, where are you? Here, I can say that get first actor index. I guess on a supporting move, because now I'm selecting a new actor. So I'm looking for a light. And now I go back to here, get first actor index. So now here, if there is a spell selected, reduce index by the length of the enemy array. So for this we need the support spell list. So is value is this. Get first. Where are you? Local is support spell. I guess spell is not the greatest spelling here, but it's not even on spell selection. On spell selection this is correct. This is on combat. If first doctor equals and this spell selected and first doctor or first doctor minus enemy, right? It's not on spell selection, this is on every other. Yeah. Oh, I'm returning here. I guess I can return this. Yeah, I cannot select a... Oh, it did work here. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh, there is another issue here then. Oh no. So then this is not the correct way to do this. The tinky part of the stream arrived, and I sit in silence and hum for myself. What happens on spell selection? Hold on. This is slightly more complex issue to go, I guess. No worries. Have a nice weekend, Tilly class. Thank you for dropping in. And I typed weekend because of that. This is the problem, that here I'm switching the array. So I guess technically I should overwrite it here. But I cannot overwrite it here, so fuck me. This is in the update. So select active actor. So I guess on combat this is always 1, right? Because I always want to attack the enemy and it is done so. So that bypasses this issue. I think we messed up our drawing because I cannot spellcast anymore. Weird. So is that the issue for the spellcasting? Oh, that is the issue for spellcasting. Wait, where is spell select? What is this called? We should get rid of that. But still it doesn't... I guess that solves that. Now I don't understand. Oh, you can drain 6 HP from potion. Huh. That is a side effect I do not like. Oh. Oh. So it does not solve it. Oh, oh my god. But then this brings up this. Entity. No. Oh, then I need to figure out another solution for this. And it's getting late. And my brain is starting to melt away. I'm getting both. Does that do anything? No, right? Yeah. Fuck me in the ass, I guess. Oh, we messed it up. That is not good. That's my VS Code. At this pass, selector -2. One. That is a stupid mistake. Wait, it's just two errors that aligned perfectly for me to think that one is the issue. It's just two bugs that perfectly aligned. So for melee combat, the target entity so for melee combat, this should always be 1 because I will switch the array to enemies under it. So it will always point at the first enemy. And for spells, you to go to spell selection. And on spell selection, you can target everyone. And that is where we are using this. Not this, but first actor index. So on support spells, we are targeting the first entity. And otherwise we are pointing to the last one. Okay. Quick check. Because chain spark is always stupid. Okay, chain spark still works, cool. So I still don't like how that sprite is just down there. Oh, what the heck? Sorry. But yeah, we can show this. So I still don't like how that sprite is down in the corner and there's like no real space to have this. I guess we could do... Hold on. We could do... Where's the HP sprite? We could just show the sprite for the HP, which is 199, right? And move the actor HP down one more. I cannot move you one more down, right? I can. So I guess this works. You need to move to 61. And you need to move to, I guess, 3. Oh no, it is 5. I guess we can do this. So like, show a little HP icon down in the corner. For like a very quick info. It's not that obstructive, I guess. And if you want more info, then you can just let the text box come in. And they one-shot everyone. So now I can hit this guy, I can hit this guy. And hit this guy. And now I can just quickly rotate through their HP. But I don't want to draw this when the text box UI is not moving. And text UI dot x greater than 0. Yeah, so now it disappears when the full effect comes in. Cool. Let's go back to VS Code and look up here in the to-do. Quick HP is done. I don't care about this. This should never happen. I guess it can still happen. Hold on. Happens when player dies to dead guest. We can quickly, because this failed because of the print effects. So hold on, I need dice roll to be 4. So we are rolling a treasure and 6 on here. And I need 1 player. Whose player turn entities? Oh yeah, it still does this. Okay. Now it fails another code because it can go over 1 update cycle, like go through the draw cycle and then come back to update, and then it is like, there is no entities, bro. So up to here. Update, cannot index, anything in these. So I guess next time we are fixing this spot selection and doing this HP check. And if we will have time for it, we will do the, are you going to continue or just go back to the menu for a new party roll? This is now yet again gone. I hate when it does that. So yeah, thank you everyone who tuned in. And I guess this was our weekend coding session. We didn't do much, but what we have done is precious quality of life upgrades for the players. And next stream is gonna be probably tomorrow if work doesn't F me over. I'm not sure what we're gonna do yet, probably this project, but there are some changes coming in what we are doing on stream soon, like smaller changes in what we are playing on non-PICO-8 time, basically. So yeah, I will thank you everyone who tuned in. Once again, thanks for all our amazing supporters, Fletch, Nerdy, Csöndi, and now Squid. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and hope you're gonna have a nice rest of your weekend. Take care and bye bye.